In the hustle and bustle of modern life, we unfortunately make many small mistakes throughout the day that accelerate the aging process without even realizing it or paying attention. We know very well that what opens the door to youth is not, as many of us believe, expensive branded products or complex, hard-to-explain practices. Rather, it is simple but powerful habits that are done at the right time with discipline and applied consciously. Of course, you will appreciate that these small practices I am talking about, which particularly determine how our bodies will respond over the years, sometimes cause our expression in the mirror to change very quickly, and sometimes produce results so powerful that they make us think, am I really getting younger? Now, I will try to explain to you the 6 highly effective habits that many people are unaware of but can feel, and which, when practiced regularly, actually slow down the aging process considerably. Please embrace and internalize each one thoroughly, because these points actually promise much more than you might think. Drink at least 2 liters of water a day, because our youth first manifests itself through our internal behaviors. I can comfortably say that the renewal cycle that begins in the deepest layers of our body is greatly accelerated not by any cream or substance we apply externally, but by the purest source we send internally, water. When our cells are hydrated, they become more elastic. Our first line of defense strengthens, and the dullness on our face begins to transform into a natural glow. Drinking water is not just a simple practice. It is our daily response to the silent invitation to youth that our body gives us. Keeping our skin hydrated allows our tissues to function more efficiently, giving us a fresher, more radiant appearance in the mirror. Water also speeds up cellular renewal by flushing out toxins, reducing the impact of aging-triggering free radicals. When drinking 2 liters a day becomes a habit, not only our skin, but also our energy, posture, and expression begin to feel more youthful. True radiance lies in maintaining our body's internal balance, and regular water intake is the simplest yet most effective way to support this. Drinking water consistently strengthens this balance and naturally enhances our youthful appearance. By the way, you can help this content reach more people by liking my video and subscribing to the channel. Thank you in advance for your support. Wash your face with cold water for 10 minutes every morning. Your skin loves waking up this way. If we want to send a revitalizing signal deep into our skin in the morning, we actually need to start by splashing our face with cold water. Even though it's a short ritual, this practice tightens pores significantly, reduces puffiness, and gives facial features a natural, fresh look. As blood circulation speeds up, the skin becomes much more radiant and vibrant, almost as if nighttime fatigue instantly dissolves. This creates a surprisingly energetic state on the skin's surface, making this small habit a key reason we look younger and more dynamic throughout the day. Cold water also strengthens the skin barrier, making it more resilient and resistant to environmental factors throughout the day. If we want makeup to sit properly or our facial expressions to look livelier, cold water helps us achieve this more easily. Dedicating just 10 minutes each morning reflects a youthful appearance that lasts all day long. When applied regularly, this practice makes the face appear vibrant, almost as if it were its own skincare expert. Combined with the upcoming habits, this effect becomes even stronger, so don't forget to watch the video until the end. Get regular sleep, because our beauty and youth are repaired most during sleep. Here's the truth. Throughout the night, there is a mechanism inside our bodies that quietly and continuously performs repairs. This internal repair system becomes active only when we are asleep, and it works most effectively during deep, high-quality sleep. During these phases, our cell renewal accelerates significantly, allowing our skin tissue to repair and strengthen itself. As this repair takes place, our stress hormones decrease, softening that unwanted, tired, and tense expression on our faces. When we do not get enough sleep, we not only lose energy, but also gradually lose the elasticity, radiance, and brightness of our skin. Over time, this lack of rest creates a duller, older look, as the skin cannot complete its natural nightly rejuvenation cycle. Establishing a regular sleep pattern is essentially like attending a free youth restoration therapy session that our body offers every night. With consistent, deep sleep, dark circles diminish, the skin becomes firmer, and our metabolism works in a much more balanced rhythm. Ultimately, allowing our bodies to repair themselves every night is one of the most natural and effective ways to slow down aging. Do 5 minutes of posture control every day, because straight shoulders naturally mean a youthful appearance. One of the first things you should look at to quickly guess a person's age is definitely their posture. Because when the shoulders start to slump forward slightly, the person's facial expression will naturally look more tired, and it will be a natural result for them to walk with a silhouette that looks much older than they actually are. However, in reality, simply setting aside 5 minutes every day to pull your shoulders back and align your spine can help your face look much brighter and more radiant. Of course, I should also add that when our posture improves, our blood flow increases significantly and our breathing expands. As a result, our entire body begins to feel much stronger. In fact, this small habit is one of the simple touches that give us an energetic, lively, and youthful image to the outside world. I should also mention that this posture does not just provide an aesthetic appearance, it also greatly increases our self-confidence. In other words, with regular posture control, we can significantly slow down the signs of aging and bring out our body's true, natural youthfulness. 5. Reduce salt, because you will discover the easiest way to maintain your facial features. Excessive salt consumption causes the body to retain more water, which results in puffiness, blurred facial features, and an overall older appearance. When we consciously reduce salt, our natural facial lines begin to reappear much faster and much more visibly. As the retained fluid decreases, the face gradually loses that swollen look that makes features appear heavier and less defined. The jawline becomes noticeably sharper, giving the face a more lifted, sculpted, and youthful structure. The area around the eyes also brightens because reduced swelling allows the skin there to look smoother and more awake. Overall, the face gains a firmer, tighter, and more radiant look as salt intake continues to drop. This simple adjustment allows the youthful effect we see in the mirror to appear much sooner than we expect. Reducing salt doesn't only offer aesthetic improvement, it also brings significant benefits to our cellular health. Circulation improves, blood pressure balances more easily, and the skin's texture becomes more homogeneous. As the body begins to function more lightly, we notice higher energy levels and a fresh, renewed expression reflected on our face. 6. You can make a big difference by applying a skin mask once a week. Regarding this very critical and important point, I can tell you that even just 1 hour a week dedicated to ourselves provides the deep nourishment and renewal process that our skin needs. Now, as many of us know, masks actually cleanse our pores. They help our skin tone become much more even and essentially give our face a much more natural glow and freshness. Of course, when we do this regularly and consistently, our skin will naturally start to look smoother and just as radiant. In fact, even a single step is like a quiet gift we give our face after a busy week. And rest assured that even a small application will truly surprise you with the difference it makes in your overall appearance. Looking at it from another angle, this application has a rejuvenating effect not only on your skin, but also mentally. So, I can comfortably say that if you picture that first short moment when we apply the mask, that's when our body begins to relax, breathe, and, in particular, show an unnoticed act of kindness to our body. Naturally, as our stress hormones decrease, our skin also becomes much more balanced and, in general, healthier. This mask application, which we do once a week, may seem like a small touch in our routine care, but it is actually a very powerful habit that preserves our youthful glow. The 6 highly effective yet equally important habits I mentioned in this video highlight how neglecting or overlooking certain small things during the day can lead to negative consequences. Therefore, consistently repeating these behaviors will create a noticeable transformation in our skin, energy, and posture. Let's not forget that looking young can only be achieved to a certain extent when we choose to stay true to ourselves. If you find my video useful, liking it and subscribing would make me really happy. By the way, you can also use the new hype feature. It's a small touch, but it helps the video get recommended much more. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you again in the next video. Also, keep this in mind. If a woman wants to, she can rewrite her own world and the world of those around her. Walk your path courageously and live every moment life offers you to the fullest. The 6 highly effective yet equally important habits I mentioned in this video highlight how neglecting or overlooking small things affects our daily well-being. These habits, when repeated regularly, form the foundation of a powerful care routine that strengthens both our outer appearance and inner balance. And ultimately, it is these small yet meaningful choices that shape the way we feel, the way we shine, and the way our presence transforms any space we enter.